As sometimes life plunges us into darkness where everything seems to collapse. We feel alone, broken, out of breath. And yet, in the heart of this night, there is an invisible light, a powerful force capable of transforming everything, the dua, the sincere prayer. Today, I will take you on an inner journey to meet this divine power that changes lives, heals invisible wounds, and opens doors where there are only walls. Prepare to feel this vibrant energy, to find faith again, and above all, to discover how your heart can find peace even in the storm. Take a deep breath and dive with me into the depth of prayer. Prophet Ayub as, when everything collapses, imagine a man at the height of his life. Wealthy, healthy, surrounded by a loving family, admired by his community. His home is a refuge. His table is always full, his heart at peace. He is a blessed man, a fulfilled man. This man is the Prophet Ayub alayhi salam. But the story we know doesn't end there. The ordeal, this scourge that sometimes strikes without warning, will descend upon him. A dull, insidious pain that will dig an abyss into his life. One by one, everything he possessed slips away from him. His wealth, his comfort, his family. His possessions disappear. His loved ones drift away. And, worse still, illness takes hold of his body. The man who once walked upright now falters, struck by a weakness that makes him almost unrecognizable. His skin thins, his declining health becomes an invisible prison. Yet, through all these losses, he never gives up. Neither on the message he carries, nor on his heart. He doesn't complain. Never a bitter complaint. Never a word of anger directed anywhere but at Allah. For Ayub knows. He knows that everything is from Allah, and that Allah is the most merciful of the merciful. In the silence of his pain, he utters this simple sentence, imbued with unshakable faith. Evil has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful. Surah Al-Anbiya 21-83. This dua, short and powerful, echoes through the heavens. It is not a desperate cry, nor a death rattle of suffering, but a broken voice full of hope, a breath of confidence in the one who relieves all pain. He does not lose himself in anger or complaint, does not rebel against his destiny. He never questions the wisdom of Allah. And it is there, in this gentle and sincere submission, that the greatness of the Prophet Ayub lies. For after this supplication, the miracle occurs. Allah answers, instantly. He gives Ayub back his health, his honor, his joy. The light returns to his eyes, laughter to his house. It is not just a physical recovery. It is the rebirth of a strong soul, forged by trial, purified by patience and trust. Why does this story touch us so much? Because it speaks to our deep humanity. At those times when we feel everything falling apart, when loneliness invades us, when tears threaten to drown our hearts, we too sometimes lose our possessions, our bearings, our health, or even those we love. And in those moments, despair seems like an ocean without a shore. But like Ayub, what do we choose? Do we choose to shout to the world, or to raise our voice to Allah in all humility? Do we choose anger, resentment, or inner peace born of faith? Ask yourself this question. And you, when everything seems to be going away, who do you turn to? Towards anger, Towards bitterness? Or towards the one who sees, hears, and responds, even when no one else does? What Prophet Ayub teaches us is that true strength lies not in what we possess, but in our ability to turn to Allah with a sincere heart, even in the worst of the storm. When all else falls apart, there is only Allah left. And this unique, intimate relationship is the source of true peace. Now, close your eyes for a moment and repeat this dua with me, as Ayub did. Rabbi, only you can heal me. Only you can restore everything to me. Let these words penetrate your heart. Feel them with the certainty that Allah is listening, because the answer is already on the way. It is invisible, perhaps delayed, but it is coming. Allah is the best of planners, and His mercy surpasses anything your mind can imagine. The story is not just a lesson in endurance. It's an invitation to abandon any burden of pride, anger, or despair, and to place your trust in Allah. Like Ayub, be patient, be humble, and above all, stay in connection with the one who is closer than your jugular vein. Think about this. What challenges are you going through today? How could you, like Ayub, find the strength not to give up, not to stop praying even when the nights are long and the path is dark? The truth is that dua is not just a word. It is a light in the darkness, a breath of hope that transforms distress into serenity, a sacred bond that unites the servant to the Creator. And when you say the Ayub prayer, with a sincere heart and full of faith, know that you are taking a 1,000-year-old path, that of the prophets, the pious, the pure of heart. This path that God blesses and which never leads to disappointment. This trust, this connection, is the key that opens the doors of divine help. And like Ayub, you will see that even when all seems lost, Allah can restore everything. To the secret key of the dua, yaqeen. In the sacred silence of the night, when the soul seeks the light, a word resonates in the hearts of believers. Yaqeen. This seemingly simple word is the key that opens the invisible door of divine help. It is the certainty, the unshakable faith, the deep conviction that when you call upon Allah, He always answers. The Prophet Muhammad taught, with gentleness filled with wisdom, call upon Allah with the certainty that He will answer you. Tirmidhi. Yaqeen is not just a word. It is a vibration, an inner tremor that shakes the foundations of doubt. It is the light at the end of the tunnel, the force that breaks the chains of fear and uncertainty. Imagine this word as a divine breath that passes through your heart and makes every cell of your being vibrate. Yaqeen is to say, Ameen, believing that the door has already opened, that help is already there, even if the eyes do not yet see it. The story of a Bedouin, a desert traveler, sheds light on this truth. One day, a poor man, with nothing, not even a tent, came to see the Prophet. He had nothing to offer, no wealth, no status, just his faith. This Bedouin, empty-handed and heavy-hearted, asked for help that seemed impossible. The Prophet looked at him with compassion and conveyed a simple but powerful supplication. Allahumma inni as'aluka min fadlika al-azim. O Allah, I ask you for your immense favor. These words are not just sentences. They are a door, a light, a vibrant call. The Bedouin recited this dua with a pure heart, filled with yaqeen. Even before he returned to his non-existent tent, even before dawn broke, Allah had opened the doors of sustenance for him. Blessings poured in, paths opened. It was no coincidence. It was the power of pure faith, of certainty in listening to Allah. Now think for a moment. When you make your dua, when you ask for help, answers, miracles, do you do it with this same yaqeen? Does your heart truly believe that Allah listens, that Allah answers, that your prayer is already heard? Or do you sometimes hesitate? You doubt. You whisper your request as if you're not sure anyone is listening. But the secret key, the secret hidden behind each dua, is this certainty. This vibratory force that transforms your word into a wave, capable of breaking the barriers of time and space. Make your dua with yaqeen. Do it as if the rain were already falling on your thirsty land. Act as if the wind has already turned and spring is about to arrive. Because the sincere heart, the heart that believes, never needs to scream. He speaks softly, confidently, with the quiet strength of one who knows the entire universe is responding to his call. Let this thought cross your mind. If you could feel in every cell of your being that your dua is already accepted, how would that change your prayer? How would this change your life? Yaqeen is not a distant dream. It is a treasure hidden inside you. A treasure that you can awaken at any moment, simply by choosing to believe with pure faith, without the slightest hesitation. This faith, this vibration, is the bridge between you and the infinite mercy of Allah. It transforms the simplest prayer into an act of divine power. So today, decide to make your dua with yaqeen, with the vibrant certainty that Allah hears, that He responds, that He acts. And even if you see nothing yet, even if the trials persist, keep this flame alive in your heart. For certainty is the light that dispels darkness. It is the force that guides you through the night. It is the promise that sooner or later relief will come. 3. A prayer that heals invisible wounds. There are these pains that no one sees. These wounds that don't bleed on the outside, but burn on the inside. Wounds that we hide, sometimes even from ourselves. You know, those moments when you're alone, really alone, facing your thoughts. Anxieties creep gently into your chest. Regrets settle in like a heavy shadow. They, if I had known, whispers endlessly. But in those moments when everything seems too heavy, you know someone knows. Someone who doesn't judge you, who doesn't condemn you. Someone who sees even your invisible tears, the ones that only flow in prayer. In these depths, there is an invocation that illuminates the darkness of the heart. A prayer that the Prophet Muhammad recited in his moments of anguish. La ilaha illa anta, subhanaka inni kuntu min az-zalimin. There is no God but you. Glory be to you. I was among the wrongdoers. This prayer, this is the voice of Yunus alayhi salam, stuck in the most absolute darkness. Imagine him, this prophet carried away by the sea, swallowed by the whale, locked in 3 darknesses. At night, so black that it smothers the light, the ocean, vast and threatening, and the belly of a fish, a place of total isolation, a prison of silence. And yet, even in this place where fear could have devoured his soul, Yunus cried out, supplicated with this prayer, and Allah heard that silent cry beneath the deep waters. He replied. He saved him. Now listen to your own heart. Have you ever thought that your pain is too silent, too hidden, too intimate for anyone to hear? That your suffering is a secret too heavy to share, even with Allah? But remember, Allah hears every whisper, every sigh, every silence of your soul. He knows your invisible wounds better than anyone. Say this prayer when your heart is suffocating under the weight of grief. Say it when words fail and the pain is too deep to express. Say it when you feel lost, broken, alone. And then, Let Allah translate your silences. Let Him carry your pain. Let Him heal those wounds that no one else can see. Question to ponder. What wounds do you keep secret, even in your prayer? Can you, today, confide in Him what you have never dared to say out loud? Because He is there, always ready to welcome your voice, even the weakest, ready to lighten your burden, even the heaviest. 4. The secret of answered prayers, tears, and humility. There is a truth the few dare to acknowledge, a truth that is both upsetting and liberating. The Prophet Muhammad said, "There are 3 people whose invocations are never rejected, and one of them is the one who prays alone, his eyes bathed in tears." Imagine what a moment. You are alone, really alone. Your heart is heavy, your soul tired. You stand in front of your prayer mat in this sacred silence. No need to sound strong, no need for fancy words, perfect sentences. Just you, your trembling breath, and that silent cry, "Oh Allah, I can't do it anymore. Help me." At that moment, pride collapses, the mask falls, and something greater than anything you've ever known comes down. A wave of mercy, gentle and powerful, envelops your being. It touches the depths of your soul. Tears, far from being weakness, become the most sincere language of your prayer. One day, a man came to the Prophet, completely dejected, drained of strength. He confided in her his pain, his despair, his inability to continue. The Prophet replied to him gently and firmly, "Stick to prayer, and never stop remembering Allah even in times of difficulty." The simple tip contains a universal secret. Prayer is not an empty ritual. She is a refuge, a port in the storm, an intimate dialogue with the one who knows all. And you? Do you wait until you are on the brink of ruin to turn to Him? Do you think you have to be loud for Him to hear you? Remember, it is your tears on your carpet that are seen in the heavens. These tears that testify to your vulnerability and your sincerity. When you cry while praying, it is as if your heart is saying to Allah, "I am nothing without you." And it is precisely this moment that He chooses to reach out to you. Humility, the forgotten key, opens the gates of heaven. In this humility, in this vulnerability, lies the power of the most powerful dua. Let your heart break, if that is what it takes, so that your prayer may rise. May your tears be the bridge between your pain and His mercy. Question for you to ponder. What is preventing you from being completely sincere in your prayer? Are you ready to lay your pride before Him and entrust to Him what is truly weighing you down? 5. A final invocation to be recited now. Gently close your eyes. Let the outside world fade away little by little, like a veil falling. Breathe slowly, deeply. Place your hand on your heart. Feel its rhythm, this constant beat that reminds us of life, despite everything. Here, in this suspended moment, nothing exists but you, your breath, and the benevolent presence of Allah. Become aware of everything you carry within you. The silent pains, the hidden struggles, the nights of anguish, the doubts that sometimes suffocate you. Only you know all this. But so does He. Allah sees everything, even what you never tell anyone. Now let the words rise slowly, gently, like a breeze that caresses the soul. Repeat after me inwardly or in a low voice without rushing. O Allah, You who know my pains, You who see my silences, You who change the nights into light, relieve my heart, Soothe my fears, and open a door for me where there are only walls. Ya Rab, I call you. Don't leave me alone, because I know that only you can change everything. Every sentence is a breath of hope. Every word, a key that can unlock the locks of your soul. Let them flow deep into you, like gentle rain on parched earth. Imagine this prayer as a light penetrating the darkness. It illuminates forgotten corners, those where fear, sadness, solitude had taken hold, where your mind may have locked itself away, where your heart has bled in silence. You are not alone. Even when everything seems to be closing in, even when the walls seem insurmountable, Allah is there, extending His hand full of mercy and infinite love. Remember this sacred word, offered by the Most High to every sincere believer. Call upon me and I will answer you. Surah Ghafir 40:60. This is not a vague promise. This is not a distant hope. It is a certainty, a divine pact between you and your Creator. Every dua, every prayer, even the most humble, even the briefest, is heard. She finds her way to the throne of Allah, where mercy knows no bounds. Maybe you doubt yourself sometimes. Perhaps you are wondering if your voice has the power to change your reality. But look around you. How many stories of faith, of silent miracles, of invisible healings? Begin with a sincere prayer. The Prophet Muhammad taught us that dua is the believer's weapon, the light in the darkness, the breath that restores life to the soul. It is this intimate force, this deep bond which unites man to his Lord. So, never leave prayer. Never cease to invoke, even in moments when the heart seems dry, even when the soul is tired. Every supplication is a seed planted in the garden of your life. She can make wonders grow where you thought nothing could grow. And you, dear brother, dear sister, can you feel the power of this dua in your heart right now? Can you let these words flow through you, soothe you, and open you to a new confidence? Feel this vibration, this sacred connection that reminds you that you are never alone. That sometimes the greatest strength lies in simply turning to Him, again and again, with an open and humble heart. Let this invocation become a refuge, a sacred space where you can lay down your fears, your hopes, your wounds, a place where your voice, even broken, is received with love and compassion. Close your eyes a little more and let yourself be enveloped by this feeling of peace. Imagine that with every word, a soft light surrounds you, warming your heart. O Allah, you who hear everything, understand everything, and never judge. You who are the most merciful of the merciful. By reciting this dua, you choose to trust, to believe in His infinite wisdom, even when the path seems obscure, to keep hope alive, even when all seems lost. Never let that light within you fall. Never let your heart go out. For only one dua, made from the bottom of the heart, can transform an entire life, open doors you never imagined, and bring down upon you the peace you have been seeking for so long. This prayer is your right, your refuge, your strength. It is there, accessible at every moment, with every breath. So whenever you feel the weight of the world, remember these words, repeat them again, and let the power of prayer guide you to the light. You are loved, you are heard, you are precious. Allah is near, always near. Take a deep breath, slowly, and open your eyes when you are ready. The dua is not just a word, a repeated phrase. It is the voice of the heart that races towards infinity. It is the echo of our soul that refuses to give up. It is the light that pierces even the darkest nights. Never forget that even in the silence of your pain, Allah hears your voice. He's there, ready to transform your life as soon as you reach out to Him. So stay connected to Him, keep the faith alive, and remember, just one sincere, hopeful prayer can change the course of your life. Thank you for sharing this moment of light with me. If this video touched your heart, don't hesitate to like, share, and above all, leave your own prayer in the comments. Peace be upon you, and may your faith grow every day. See you soon, my brother, my sister.